Hello! Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. That was super sweet of you. I'm a little further away from you today than I normally am, and that's because I brought my kitchen table into the studio because today we're getting crafty. Yes, we're doing a bit of a DIY project here. I thought it could be fun to try to make my own lip gloss. So I did a little search on Amazon and I realized you could buy a lip gloss kit, which comes with all the fasteners and all the colors and flavors and whatnot. Or I thought, how can I make this even cheaper? How can I forego that kit to create this lip gloss for an even cheaper price? And friends, I did it. I bought the stuff. I got this clear lip gloss base here, and I also have little lip gloss tubes. And although I didn't buy any colors or anything, my plan is to use the pigments for my eyeshadows and some of these loose glitter pigments that I have to truly make this a very cheap, very affordable project. So if making your own lip gloss sounds interesting to you, then I hope that you will subscribe and keep on watching because it's coming at you right now. Okay, so let's go over what I bought and the pricing. So I got this lip gloss base and the ingredients are polyisobutene, ethylene, propylene, styrene, copolymer, a lot of stuff I don't fully understand, but it is vegan. So if you are vegan and wanted to make your own lip gloss, I got you. And this is 5.5 ounces and it was $11 and some change. And then I also got these little cosmetic tubes. They come with tubes and then the little piece you put inside for the lip gloss to squeeze out of, and then they have little screw tops. I am going to sanitize these before I use them today. And like I mentioned in my intro, I'm just gonna be using eyeshadows for my pigments today. I'm really hoping that's gonna work out. Let me tell you my plan for today. So I wanna make 2 lip glosses. I want one to be very like sheer and just like glittery, kind of like a glitter gloss topper, sort of a thing that I can put over other colors, and that's what I'm planning on using this loose glitter pigment from. This is from the Kathleen Lights Colourpop collection, the Zodiac pigment collection she did. It's the Maiden, it's the Virgo shade, because I'm a Virgo. And then for my second shade, I want to use these 2 colors in my little make my own palette. These are Morphe shadows. I want to use the red and orange together to kind of make like a corally, like a coral punch. So that's my plan today, 1 bold and 1 glittery. So I guess let's just hop right into the process. The first step, like I mentioned, is going to be to sanitize these lip gloss tubes. All right, our products are sanitized and now we are ready to get down to business. So when I was looking for instructions on how to make lip gloss at home, I found that what's most important when looking for a recipe is to include your base. So there are lip glosses, or I guess they're more lip balms, that are based out of beeswax and different oils. That's gonna give you more of a balmy consistency. But if you wanna get more of that glossy, shiny look, you have to use Versagel, which is what I have here, and I got mine from tkbtrading.com. I actually got it on Amazon, but this is the website that it's from, and I went to their website to find a recipe for how to make lip gloss. And basically what they said is you just heat this up and mix in your pigments and your flavors and whatever you want to do to customize it, and that's it. So it's really easy. So for their recipe, they recommend heating up 8 milliliters of this base for their 10 milliliter lip gloss tubes. Since my tubes are only 8 milliliters, I'm gonna heat up 6 milliliters of this base. Did a lot of math on the spot there, really exercising my brain today. So how do you measure out 8 milliliters? I sure can't eyeball 8 milliliters. Lucky for me, I have this syringe that has milliliters on the side. But if not, I mean, really the worst thing that can happen is that you use too much. It's not the end of the world, but I am going to attempt to use this syringe to measure out 6 milliliters. Okay, so the next thing that the TKB website said to do was to microwave the mixture for 20 seconds. Alright, so it looks basically the same after microwaving. I did add a little bit more of the gel after I turned the camera off. I'm just afraid it's not going to be enough. If I have too much, not a big deal. But this is what it looks like after being microwaved. pretty much the same, maybe a little softer. All right, so now it's time to mix in my pigments. I think I want to play it on the safe side and start with my glittery gloss. So I'm going to take this Colourpop loose glitter pigment. So this company, TKB, does sell a kit. So for their recipe, they recommend like the powder packets in the kit. So I kind of have to eyeball it on ratios here. I feel like it's just going to be however glittery I want it to be, and I want to make sure I don't dry it out by adding too much powder. So let's just eyeball it here. It smells weird. Oh, that smells weird. Okay, I guess I'll start with a little. I can always add more, and I'm just gonna be stirring it with a plastic knife. Don't worry, it's not too hot, so it's not gonna melt the plastic. Oh, wow. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is take that same syringe from before and try to take the stuff out of here, my lip gloss mixture, and inject it into here. I will not lie to you, viewer. This took an incredibly long time. This is really hard to do. The syringe like just gave up. I think the mixture got too thick with the glitter in it, so my syringe just could not handle it, but I ended up using my little plastic knife here to just kind of scoop it in. But what I found I had to do every couple seconds was take a toothpick and like aerate it so the air could escape, because or else the lip gloss tries coming back up out of the tube. And as you can see, my tube is not completely full. I don't think this is the recipe's fault. I think that these tubes are actually 10 milliliters and maybe the website was just wrong. I'm not mad about it though, because I have a beautiful concoction in here. And I am ready to pop my cap on and try it. And look at that, I made a lip gloss. Me, I made a lip gloss in my home, not even in a lab, not even like a scientist. Well, like a scientist, but not in a lab like a scientist, in my home, like a regular person, but doing science. And you love to see it. All right, are you ready to see me try it on? I did try squirting a little bit out first, and I did get some water, but that's a me problem though, because I did not let these tubes fully dry, which I definitely should have. Something to learn before I do my next one. Ooh. Okay, so this is a really sticky gloss. I'm not going to lie to you, but honestly, if it's for a look, I really don't care. If I'm just wearing it for a look or just for a night out and I bring it with me, I don't know, I'm gonna reapply. I don't really care if it's sticky, but it's an incredibly sticky formula. It also looks super shiny and beautiful. I think this is a win. I think this turned out really well. I think I put just the right amount of sparkle in it. I think if I did any more, my lips would look like too pearly, like it might give them a white cast, but I feel like here, I'm just getting the dimension of the sparkles. Oh, and I think it looks so pretty. I am ready to move on to my next lip gloss, and now I'm gonna make my bold color. Okay, now that I've had my practice, I'm doing things a little bit different this time around. I'm just eyeballing the amount. I definitely didn't use enough last time, so this time I'm just gonna put a good glob in there. If I have too much, oh well. Definitely put more in there this time, as you can see. Let me go microwave it. All right, like I said, for my second gloss, I wanna do a bold color, so I'm gonna use some of these pigments from these eyeshadows. My plan is just to kind of shave some in with my tweezers. I don't know, hasn't been tested. We'll see if it works. I'm not gonna add any glitter to this one. Oh wow. All right, get some red in there. I don't want to add too much, so I think I'm gonna mix these up. All right, taking another plastic knife, I'm gonna mix these together and hopefully it gives me something peachy and glamorous. I can definitely see why they have you heat it up, because it mixes, you can tell that the warmth is helping it to mix up. So to make sure when I'm mixing it too, I'm trying to break up those larger pieces of the pigments. Yeah, I just wanted to show you, you can definitely see some bigger chunks of eyeshadow in this one. That's my bad. I should have shaved it a little more carefully. Maybe I should have shaved it into a separate bowl before dumping it in, so I could have crushed up the pigments beforehand, but honestly, I don't think it's gonna look terrible on the lips. I think I'll just be able to rub any big chunks out and it'll be fine. All right, moving on to my least favorite part of this process, which is to put my lip gloss mixture into my tube. This time I've learned my lesson. I'm gonna be taking a Q-tip, making sure the inside is completely dry before I'm filling it, and then I think this time I'm just gonna go right to the plastic knife for filling it up. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and put the cap on this. This time I dried it out, so we shouldn't get any water. Get a load of that gloss. Oh, this looks so good. This one is like incredibly nostalgic. I expect this one to taste like cherries. I know it's not gonna taste like anything because I didn't put any flavors into it, but doesn't it just look like it would taste like cherry? All right, let me go ahead and wipe off our gloss from earlier. Let's try it on. I can definitely see there's some big pigment chunks in the bottom there, but what are you gonna do, right? Ooh, this one came out really nice, no water, anything. Definitely make sure to dry out your tubes. Oh, that's so pretty. Wow. I don't know if you can see, I did get a couple of chunks on my lips, but I found that as I just kind of like rub my lips together, they went away. I probably could have put even more pigment on it. I think it looks a lot brighter than it's actually gonna be, because once you put it on, it's like a pretty subtle red. It's like a pretty subtle color. I love colorful glosses. I love just doing it as like a one and done type of thing. And I didn't put any sparkle in here, but it's still incredibly shiny. And I'm so happy. I don't have anything like this in my collection, so it's really exciting that I have this. Also really excited to have my pearly one here that I can use as a topper. I think these both came out so good. I'm glad that I learned a lot from my first round, that I feel like my second round ended up turning up better. Clearly I have more product in here and I learned a better technique for filling up the tubes, but I think this was so fun. It was a good amount of work. It was more work than I thought it was gonna be, because I read the directions and I was like, oh, it's 2 steps. You just heat up the base and mix in your pigments and then you're done. But clearly it's a good amount of work to fill up these tubes. I would recommend maybe getting a funnel. I saw that some of these like packs of tubes come with a funnel. Mine did not. If you want to go for the funnel, you can, or if you just want to suffer and use a plastic knife like me, you can also do that. Overall, this is a pretty cheap project because I still have a ton of that gel. Like, I barely used any gel. I'll definitely have enough gel to fill the rest of these tubes. I think I have like 10 in here, so I have like 8 more. I think this should definitely be enough for all of those. And if you think about it, I spent $17 between the 2 items that I bought. Yeah, it was $6 for the tubes and $11 for the Versagel, and I'm gonna get like 10 glosses out of it. So that ends up coming in around $1 and some change for a gloss. And I get to customize it, and I had a good time. You can't put a price on fun. Thank you so much for watching to the end of this video. Do you like the glosses I came up with them? What would you name them? Let me know in the comments what you would name these glosses. I'm leaning towards Coral Punch because I think it looks like fruit punch. I feel like it has a bit of a coral vibe to it too. And for this one, I don't know, I feel like this is my Virgo gloss because I used my Virgo pigment. So I'm calling this a Virgo gloss. Let me know what you name these glosses in the comments down below. And if you made it to the end of the video, you have to subscribe. It's the law. You can talk to the deputy. He's right here and he is sleeping. But if he were awake, he would tell you that it is the law. You have to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!